Hello and welcome to Sports This Week. There's a lot of action in the world of sports. Without any delay, let's dive into it straight away. Australia announced the squad for the first two tests. Paine returns back as captain. But the most interesting thing was that Australia have nominated two vice captains, Josh Hazlewood and Mitchell Marsh. The bowling looks very formidable, with Starc, Hazlewood, Cummins, Lyon, Siddle and Tremain. Australia have a very good bowling attack. I'm sure the Indians will be up for it. India had a disappointing start to the Australian series as they were beaten by 4 runs in the first of the 3 T20 internationals at the Gabba. India won the toss and put Aussies into bat. Chris Lynn and Glenn Maxwell took the Indian attack to the cleaners with special treatment to Khalil Ahmed and Krunal Pandya. Chasing 174 in 17 overs after rain interrupted play for some time, Dhawan looked comfortable as he smashed an impressive 75 before getting out. The heroics of Karthik and Pant towards the end of the innings kept India in the hunt, but it was a little too much, and finally India fell short by just 4 runs. Anil has all the details of the match. Over to you, Anil.
In a rain-affected match, the Virat Kohli-led Indian cricket team failed to surpass the home team with a near margin of 4 runs in the 3-month-long Australian tour. Batting first, Australia scored 158 for 4 before the rain interrupted the match at the Gabba. After a delay of nearly 45 minutes, India got a revised target of 174 in 17 overs through the Duckworth-Lewis method. Glenn Maxwell was the star of the Australian batting side, scoring 46 in just 26 balls. India went with 3 fast bowlers and just 1 full-time spinner in the match. Kuldeep Yadav was the pick of the bowler in the Indian side, getting 2 wickets. However, in his first overseas match, Krunal Pandya got smashed for 55 runs in just 4 overs. In its reply, with a psychological barrier of scoring 10 runs per over, the Indian team lost Rohit Sharma at the early part of the innings. However, his partner Shikhar Dhawan, playing against his favourite opponent, scored 76 runs but getting out playing an uppercut at the end of the innings. India could have won the match if the middle order had helped Dinesh Karthik, who scored 30 runs in just 16 balls, with the Indian team failing to surpass the home team with just 4 runs getting out at 169 in the 70th over.
India leaving no stones untouched in their preparation for the upcoming test matches against Australia. In fact, they have sent batting coach Sanjay Bangar to Sydney to help youngsters Prithvi Shaw and Hanuma Vihari. Both the players are on their first tour to Australia. They will train alongside Rahane, Vijay and Parthiv Patel. India play their first side game on November 28th, and it will be interesting to see how the youngsters cope with the pace and bounce of the Australian wickets. There was bad news for Steve Smith, David Warner and Cameron Bancroft as Cricket Australia rejected the appeal made by Australian cricketers to reduce the bans imposed on the tainted players. As you would recollect, the trio was handed over a ban for ball tampering in South Africa earlier this year, while Bancroft, who is serving a 9-month ban, will be eligible to play in the Big Bash for the Perth Scorchers against Hobart Hurricanes on December 30th. Smith and Warner will miss the entire Australian summer as they're serving a 12-month ban. From Australia, we move to Sri Lanka. The spin duo of Moeen Ali and Jack Leach bowled England to a convincing 57-run victory in the second test match and took a 2-0 lead in the 3-test series. Needing 75 runs to win on the final day with 3 wickets in hand, Sri Lanka were bundled out for 243. The last time England defeated Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka was in 2001 when Nasir Hussain led England to victory. This was also England's first away test series since beating South Africa in 2016. The test match witnessed a unique record. Anil has all the details. Over to you, Anil.
For the first time in the history of Test match cricket, spinners have claimed 38 wickets, with both Leach and Moeen Ali sharing 14 wickets between them at a turning track in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's stand-in captain Lakmal took the only wicket by a seamer, while the other was in run-out. It is the first time since 1973's Karachi match that England seamer have failed to take a wicket in a Test match.
India beat Pakistan in Dubai. Well, it was not a cricket match, but a long-standing battle between Pakistan and India over a compensation claim by Pakistan. The dispute panel of the International Cricket Council dismissed Pakistan's compensation claim against India for failing to honour a MOU on bilateral series. The Pakistan Cricket Board had demanded Rs 447 crores as compensation after alleging that the BCCI didn't honour the MOU that required India to play 6 bilateral series between 2015 and 2023. The Indian board also said that bilateral cricket with Pakistan was subject to government clearance, which has not been forthcoming since the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks. For more details, let's go to Anil. Anil, I hear that BCCI is considering a counter-compensation case against PCB. What is it all about?
India last played Pakistan in a bilateral series way back in 2012, which was considered as a step towards improving the cricketing relationship between both the neighbouring countries. The Pakistani Cricket Board claims that an MOU was signed between the neighbouring countries that bilateral series from 2015 to 2023 will be played among the neighbouring countries. However, BCCI in its defence says that it was just a proposed letter, not an MOU. And yes, the BCCI is thinking to refile a compensation case in the ICC against the Pakistani Cricket Board.
Now for some football news. Netherlands got home moments before the referee blew the final whistle and booked their place in the last 4 of the inaugural UEFA National League. Virgil van Dijk's volley in the 90th minute sealed a dramatic 2-2 draw against Germany and helped Netherlands to join Portugal, England and Switzerland in a 5-day finals competition in June. India suffered a disappointing defeat against lower-ranked Jordan after holding a higher-placed China to a goalless draw. India sorely missed Sunil Chhetri against Jordan as the ace striker could not play due to an injury. The game was in preparation for the 2019 AFC Asian Cup. From football, let's move to badminton. Defending champion PV Sindhu has decided to skip the Syed Modi International Tournament to focus on next month's Badminton World Federation World Tour Final in China from December 12th to 16th. Sindhu's father said that Sindhu has written to the Badminton Association of India requesting them to allow her to skip the tournament so that she can concentrate on the World Tour Finals in December. Sindhu has been in terrific form this season with silver medals at the Commonwealth Games, World Championship and the Asian Games. From one racket sport to another, let's take a look at tennis. Alexander Zverev had a dream run in the ATP Finals in London. The tall German played some unbelievable tennis in the last tournament of the season. He beat Roger Federer in the semi-finals and came back the next day to beat Novak Djokovic 6-4, 6-3 in the finals. He did this without dropping a set. The 21-year-old became the youngest winner of the title since Djokovic 10 years ago, and the first German since Boris Becker in 1995. He also became only the 4th player to beat Federer and Djokovic back-to-back in the semi-finals and final of the same tournament. It was world title number 21 for Pankaj Advani as he won the long and short formats of the IBSF World Billiards Championship titles for a record 4th time. Last year, Pankaj did the unthinkable by winning the billiards short format title and the snooker title. He's the only player in the world to play both billiards and snooker at the world level and win both with great consistency. That's all we have in this week of Sports Roundup. Till the next time we meet, it's goodbye from all of us here.